Hey guys, it's quite windy out here today, so hopefully you can hear me all right. But I wanted to show you a little issue and how to resolve it. So on these new DT body Ram trucks, the 19 and 20 models, when you drop the tailgate, you may notice that the passenger side cable is pretty tight, got a lot of tension on it, but the driver's side cable does not. It just kind of flops around and it's really loose. So there is actually a technical service bulletin out for this particular issue. So here's a copy of the TSB. This was dated November 21st of 2019. Subject: tailgate cable has excessive slack or is loose, which obviously is what's going on with my truck. Now again, this only affects the 19 and 20 model DT body trucks. It doesn't affect the Ram Classic is what they're calling them, the older generation. So there's an updated part number here, and this is what they're calling a tailgate service cable, and it says to only replace one of the tailgate cables. So there's obviously some instructions in here, but the new part number ends with a 335AA, and here is the new cable, part number 335AA. Now the dealership obviously will do this for you for free if you're still under warranty, but it's a $20 part. So by the time I drove to the dealership and drove back home and spent some time over there, I would have probably had 20 bucks invested anyway. And I wanted to take an opportunity to show you guys this in case you face the same issue. So I just decided to buy the cable myself and do it myself. So I'm going to open this up obviously and see if this fixes that sloppy cable issue. Now one thing you have to remember is you're only replacing one. Don't replace both of them. And typically, just like on my truck, it is usually the one on the left side. So that's normally, you can see right here, typically it's the left cable. That's the one that's sloppy. So that's the one that we're going to replace. Let's try it out and see what happens. Okay, now when you begin to do this, you're going to need a T45 Torx socket so that you can remove the bolt on that one end. The other end of the cable obviously is just a snap, so no big deal there, but you're going to need that T45 for this end. So when I lay these two cables side by side in my garage floor, I've got my existing cable on the right and the new service cable is the one on the left. And when I come down to this end, hopefully the camera is showing this the way I'm seeing it, but the new service cable on the left is a little bit shorter, just a little bit. See that? It is just a little shorter, so that should fix the issue. Getting ready to find out. Okay, so I got the new cable installed, and the funny thing about it is now the driver's side is pretty tight. See, got some tension on it, and the passenger side now is wobbly. So apparently this cable was too short, because now it's basically the same problem, it's just reversed sides. So that did not work out so well. Goodness gracious. I mean, it's not a major problem. Didn't really bother me that much to begin with. I just thought I would do it and, try to fix it, if it was that easy, but turns out that it just created the reverse issue. So I'm going to give it some time and see. I mean, this might, I doubt it, but it might stretch a little bit over time. But anyhow, kind of funny that it worked out that way. Yeah, so that didn't work out so well. I had heard from some of the guys on the forums, they had the same issue. Once they replaced that one sloppy cable with the updated cable, then it made the opposite side cable sloppy. But you never know till you try it. So like I said, not a major problem. I don't think it's going to cause any issues. I've noticed that when I sit on the tailgate and put weight on it, both the cables have some tension on them at that point. So I don't think it's going to damage anything. It's just kind of an annoyance, but it is what it is. So anyhow, there's a look at the TSB and the updated part for the TSB. You might have better results than I did if you want to try it, but fair warning, you just saw what happened on mine, so there you go. Anyhow, I got to get off here because I have some work to do. Got to go get the yard mowed, so I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.